Welcome back to Global Bike Buzz, the channel where we bring you the most exciting two-wheelers from every corner of the planet. Today, we're talking about a bike that's been stirring up quite a bit of attention in the modern classic and lightweight adventure segment, the 2026 Triumph Scrambler 400XC. Triumph's smaller capacity models have been making serious waves since their launch, and this newest Scrambler variant carries that heritage into a slightly more refined, adventure-ready form. So grab your helmet, get comfortable, and let's dive deep into what makes this little Scrambler such a big deal. The moment you lay eyes on the 2026 Scrambler 400XC, you can tell it's pure Triumph. The design language is unmistakably British or retro at heart, but with crisp modern detailing. The front view immediately stands out with that signature round LED headlamp housed in a brushed metal casing, bordered by a subtle black bezel that gives it just the right balance between vintage charm and contemporary aggression. The headlamp now features Triumph's updated DRL signature, an elegant circular pattern that looks fantastic whether you're riding through city traffic or exploring backroads at dusk. Just above it, the minimal front fender sits slightly raised, hinting at the Scrambler's off-road intentions, while the beefy upside-down forks announce that this is no poser bike, it's built to handle whatever the trail throws at you. From the side, the Scrambler 400XC shows off its beautiful proportions. Triumph has absolutely nailed the stance here. It's compact and approachable, but not toy-like yet. There's substance and presence in the frame. The sculpted 13-liter fuel tank, adorned with the iconic Triumph badge, tapers gracefully toward the seat, giving the bike a balanced, muscular look. The tank design retains the classic knee-cut indents and comes in a range of eye-catching dual-tone paint options to colors like matte khaki green with fusion white or the stunning carnival red with phantom black. These finishes have a deep gloss that makes the metal flake shimmer under sunlight. Down below, the exposed engine and brushed aluminum bash plate reinforce its off-road readiness. The side panels carry simple Scrambler 400XC badging, while the frame's minimal rear subframe and upswept exhaust add a true retro Scrambler flavor. Speaking of that exhaust, it's styled in a high-mounted, twin-pipe layout that's reminiscent of Triumph's larger Scramblers, though here it's designed to stay slim, light, and perfectly proportioned for a single-cylinder motorcycle. Walk around to the rear, and you'll notice the minimalist styling continues. The LED taillight is compact but distinctive, integrated neatly into the rear cowl with a clean, flush fit. The short rear fender gives the Scrambler 400XC a purposeful, stripped-down look, while the rear indicators sit on lightweight aluminum stalks. The seat is a single-piece, flat design with a textured surface for grip during off-road riding, and it's surprisingly comfortable even for longer journeys. The grab rails are functional but discreet, maintaining the clean aesthetic. Overall, from front to back, Triumph has managed to make the Scrambler 400XC look both premium and druggy, to something few bikes in this category pull off convincingly. Now, underneath all that beauty lies the heart of this machine, Triumph's new 398cc, liquid-cooled, single-cylinder engine, developed entirely in-house. It's the same engine platform shared with the Speed 400, but tuned here for slightly more torque and tractable delivery suitable for mixed riding conditions. The power figures are healthy around 40 PS at 8,000 revolutions per minute and 37.5 Nm of torque at 6,500 revolutions per minute. But numbers only tell part of the story. What makes this engine special is its refinement and throttle response. The fuel injection system is beautifully mapped, giving you immediate yet linear power delivery. In the lower gears, it's smooth and predictable, perfect for city commutes or technical off-road sections. Twist the throttle open on a long stretch, and you'll feel a strong, progressive surge that makes highway cruising effortless. The 6-speed gearbox is slick, with a precise shift action and a light clutch pull thanks to Triumph's slip-and-assist system. Triumph's engineers have also worked wonders with the exhaust note. The Scrambler 400XC doesn't sound like a small-capacity single, it has a deep, throaty rumble that builds into a raspy bark as the revs climb. It's refined but characterful, adding plenty of emotional appeal to every ride. The heat management is excellent, and even during slow-speed urban rides, the bike stays surprisingly cool. That balance between performance and usability is one of the highlights of this machine. When it comes to ride and handling, the Scrambler 400XC truly punches above its weight. Triumph has fitted it with a dedicated Scrambler chassis featuring a longer travel suspension setup. Up front, you get 43mm USD big piston forks from Showa, offering 150mm of travel, while the rear features a gas-charged monoshock with the same 150mm of movement and adjustable preload. This setup strikes a fine balance between on-road comfort and off-road capability. On tarmac, the bike feels stable and composed even at higher speeds, with a confident front-end feel that invites you to lean into corners. Off the road, that long travel suspension soaks up bumps and gravel trails with ease. The 19-inch front wheel and 17-inch rear wheel combination, fitted with dual-purpose Metzeler Crew Street tires, offer solid traction across mixed terrains, Braking performance is handled by a 300mm front disc with a 4-piston radial caliper and a 230mm rear disc, both equipped with dual-channel ABS. Triumph has wisely included an off-road ABS mode, which lets you disengage the rear ABS for more control on loose surfaces. The braking feel is progressive and confidence-inspiring, with strong bite and excellent modulation. The bike weighs around 179 kilograms wet, which is slightly heavier than the Speed 400 but still light enough to maneuver easily through traffic or tight trails. The seat height, at 835mm, gives you a commanding view of the road ahead while still being manageable for average height riders. Ground clearance is a healthy 195mm, so you can handle rocky paths or steep curbs without worry. In everyday use, the Scrambler 400XC feels incredibly versatile. It's nimble enough for daily commuting, comfortable enough for weekend rides, and adventurous enough for the occasional off-road escape. The ergonomics are spot on. The wide handlebar gives excellent leverage, the upright seating position keeps fatigue low, and the foot peg placement feels natural both when seated and standing on the pegs. Triumph's attention to detail shows in the little things: the backlit switchgear, the adjustable clutch and brake levers, the metal fuel cap, and the high-quality mirrors that actually work at highway speeds. The single-pod instrument cluster is a perfect blend of analog and digital, with a classic round speedometer paired with a small LCD that shows gear position, fuel level, trip info, and even smartphone-connected features via Triumph's My Ride system. Fuel efficiency is commendable too, hovering around 38-35 km/L depending on how spiritedly you ride, which gives it a practical range of over 350 km from the 13-liter tank. Service intervals are generous at 16,000 km, which means fewer trips to the workshop and lower ownership costs. Triumph has also made a big push in expanding its service network in Asia and Europe, ensuring that support and spares are more accessible than ever. Now let's talk about price and positioning. Triumph has managed to keep the 2026 Scrambler 400XC competitively priced despite its premium build and brand value. In most markets, it's expected to retail at roughly the equivalent of $6,000 to $6,200 or around 3 lakh rupees in India before taxes, putting it right up against the likes of the Royal Enfield Himalayan 450, KTM 390 Adventure, and BMW G310 GS. But what sets the Triumph apart is its blend of style, sophistication, and genuine off-road ability. It doesn't feel built to a cost, it feels built to a standard. After spending time with the Scrambler 400XC, it's clear that Triumph has nailed the formula for a small-capacity scrambler that's both accessible and aspirational. It captures the spirit of its bigger 900 and 1200 siblings in a lighter, more manageable package. It's the perfect bike for new riders looking for their first premium machine, as well as experienced riders who want a fun, go-anywhere companion that doesn't sacrifice quality or character. The build quality is top-notch, the performance is lively, and the styling ensures you'll turn heads wherever you go. So, is the 2026 Triumph Scrambler 400XC worth your attention? Absolutely. It's more than just a smaller Triumph, it's a statement that premium motorcycles don't have to be intimidating or out of reach. Whether you're carving through mountain roads, exploring forest trails, or just cruising through the city with that distinctive Triumph soundtrack behind you, this bike delivers an experience that feels genuinely special. That's all for today's deep dive review on Global Bike Buzz. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and tap the bell icon so you never miss our latest two-wheel adventures. Let us know in the comments, would you pick the new Scrambler 400XC over its rivals, or do you think another bike rules this segment? As always, ride safe, gear up, and we'll catch you on the next one.